Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the DvM Show. We got episode 44 here.
44. Yo, that's a big number.
Yeah, man.
That is like...
We're doing all right.
That is more than 4/5 out of the year.
We've made it almost a full year of this show, and you haven't killed me yet.
I mean, like, I've been your friend for way too long to, like, just do that now.
You're used to my bullshit.
I should have done it, like, 7 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, you could have. You could have.
Realistically speaking.
Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, no one would blame me.
No, probably not. We're alive. If you guys watched last week's, which will be up on YouTube, I think shortly after this is posted. We survived. We did the one chip challenge.
We're live.
I'm most surprised that Dick is alive.
Yeah, man, that was an experience. That was not good. It
was an experience for both of us, and I know we were just talking about that when we got here.
Let's keep the conversation about it clean, though.
Yeah,
last week it got a bit dirty. We're gonna keep
it clean, but like I'm saying, the next day, I felt like I'd run a marathon and like took a fucking shit kicking in an octagon or something like that. Like I felt like I got.
Yeah, I definitely felt like hungover almost.
I didn't feel good. I can tell you that. Yeah. Now I have PTSD because my book has one chip stains on it.
Oh, like the black little marks?
No, see the little like reddish mark, the little grease marks?
Oh, yeah.
That was from the fucking powder that fell off of it and soaked into the page.
So for me, I was looking at the cup, like my DvM Myke cup here, like after like the episode after we were done recording and we were about to leave, and there was like these little black spots on it. I guess from like whatever like crumbs of it were on my lips or whatever. Yeah. Like, dude, it's just Listen, I'm gonna speak on it. Like I said in the moment, I would never do it again. But a week has gone by, and it seems that my body is, it actually took like a few days for my body to like readjust. Like I was kind of just like sore and like tired for a few days.
Yeah,
and it took a lot of proper eating to just like clean to like sort. I don't want to say detox. That's not the right word, but
pretty much.
It was like detox. Borderline a detox. But I mean, I'm not gonna say I would do it again because I definitely don't want to. There's no desire.
There's no.
But if it was like a thing,
you know what to expect now.
Yeah, like maybe I'd be able to like keep better composure, like know not to like chug back all that milk.
Oh, it didn't help.
No,
it got all of us eventually.
No,
and
I didn't helped in a way, but yeah,
I had literally 2 bites of an Nanaimo bar and like a sip of water, like no word of a lie, like that much water. Yeah. And it still hit me at some point.
Yeah, but we're alive. We live to tell the tale.
You were gonna hit a point where your body was like, "This is too fucking hot. Get out. Get the fuck out of here."
There was a brief moment. It wasn't a very long moment. It might have been like 5 seconds where I was like, "Hospital's a good idea," and then I was like, "No, you know what? I can just sit through this. I can just like." I was chilling on that couch, laying down. You guys saw me.
Thank God we have the couch in here.
Oh my God!
You would have been on the carpet like spread eagle,
dude. I don't even know where I would have gone. It was. Yeah, but we're alive. It was definitely an experience. I don't specifically recommend it to anyone unless like you really like you got to be like, I don't know, like Indian, Italian, or Mexican.
I don't recommend it, but I also don't regret it. It was definitely an experience.
Yeah, I don't actually regret it.
I don't regret doing it.
Even me. I don't regret it. I definitely like because like even though I only lasted a minute and a half, at least I can say that I like consumed it.
At least you're consistent. It's always a minute and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You set it up.
I have I'm in short stature. What's the Shrek line? It's like it goes up to the Farquaad's castle and is like,
you could say he's a man of short stature.
You think he's compensating for something? Yeah, like I mean, a minute and a half is still in my mind, like especially at my tolerance level for spice. Like that was good.
You did good.
I didn't earn the banner, but like
you done good, pig.
If I did 5 minutes, dude, I would have died. Like
you done good, pig.
I probably would have had a heart attack or something.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been good.
It was
I watched
heavy breathing.
I watched a bunch of videos of the challenge afterwards on YouTube of people doing it, like competitive eaters and all this stuff. They start off by downing an entire bottle of Pepto-Bismol. An entire bottle.
Really?
They started off. They go, "All right, let's get ready here." Whole thing back.
What does Pepto-Bismol do? Does that like cause you to like?
I think it does pretty simple. No. I think
things come out of you, or is it just to settle your stomach?
I think it settles. I don't know specifically, but I'm pretty sure it's similar to what milk does, what they say milk does. It just kind of coats everything.
Okay.
So to keep everything down, and if you're going to have like acid reflux or nausea, like it keeps everything just down.
So I guess that isn't really a bad idea.
But at the same time, I'm kind of glad I let it out.
Yeah, I'm like that. Yeah, that's what made it good.
Because I didn't have to take the painful next day.
Yeah.
Excrement.
I'm definitely happy about that. Based on what Matt told me, because he was the one that didn't.
He had a painful morning.
He wasn't feeling too great about it. So I'm happy about the outcome. I'm not happy. Well, sorry, happy is the wrong word. I'm not upset.
I'm satisfied.
I'm not satisfied.
I'm not satisfied either.
I'm not upset. Like it could have been worse.
It could have been way worse.
It could have been worse. And
There's people from the Tube of Terror. I watched a competitive eater who mainly does spicy stuff. Because that's the hard shit. It's not hard to train yourself to be able to eat 30 fucking hot dogs. You can do that.
Really, like
You can do it.
I mean,
it sucks. You'll probably be overweight and unhealthy.
give me a bit of the devil's lettuce, and I'm eating a whole couple pizzas by myself.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, really.
Right? Like
That's what I'm saying. A left-handed cigarette, and you're down in a fucking 20 wings and a fucking large pizza.
And
But
you didn't even remember it because you're asking for more.
exactly. But he did the Tube of Terror, which I thought it was only one peanut. Turns out you do have to eat the entire tube.
Oh, that's not cool.
You have to eat the entire tube. 6.6 million Scoville.
Yeah, that's stupid.
You have to eat only one or two at a time. You can't just shove them all in your mouth like most people would think of doing. Just down them and get it over with.
Why?
That's the rules of the challenge. It
What
comes
is
to
this,
the
some
challenge.
sort of like warfare torture?
It's
like this is like what the
it's
SAS does to get
it's
people to confess.
It's created by a dude named Johnny Scoville. So
just an asshole.
yeah.
Like,
So
the biggest douchebag in the world.
but yeah, you can only eat them one or two at a time. I think there's about 20 of the peanuts in there. And LA Beast is what the guy's name is. I'll plug his YouTube. I'll say his YouTube.
So like, how coded are they though?
As coded as that shit.
See, that's not cool. I don't want to do it.
No,
I know I've said to you before that I
cannot.
might consider it,
not,
but after that chip,
he did the one chip challenge and he was fine. He was like, this is fucking. He was sweating it out like us. He was squirming around. He said he had gut burn, but he was good.
like he's got experience.
After
though.
like 20 minutes, he was fine.
Yeah.
This Tube of Terror, he finished them, sat for 40 seconds, and everything was gone. Everything came out. He was like rolling around on the floor like it was no good.
Like it's got to be some sort of poison at that point.
Yeah.
I was talking about it a little bit, or maybe we did when we were doing the show. I don't remember. It's like if you really wanted to like hurt somebody, like you could just buy that chip and like crush it up in a salad and like serve them a salad, and they wouldn't even know until they take a couple bites.
No, I know.
Like,
You could just buy capsaicin powder and it's invisible. It's like invisible crystals.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Sprinkle it on something and that's it, and they're screwed.
Anyways, we'll move over to a more positive topic
we will.
if you
I need
look
to give
at
you.
my face.
Yeah, it's Movember.
It's Movember.
You look greasy as fuck. I haven't had a chance to do it, but I will be doing it tonight.
I kind of wish you just kept that stash a little bit longer.
It was gross.
I know, but that's like. What,
I'm
do you
gonna
think
grow
this is
another
good?
gross one. I'm gonna grow another gross one.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
We I just want to shout out Matt and Remy aren't here, but they're part of the team.
Les Average Mo's.
Les Average Mo's, because the Average Mo's was taken, I guess. I don't know. Remy came up with the name and we all liked it. So
That's fine.
I'm gonna just throw the credit that way. I believe it was him. I don't want to say it was him and then it'd be Matt, but I'm pretty sure it was Remy. And then my father's also in the team. We have a team on the Movember site. I think each of our goals is $1,000, and it was about the same last year we hit it. So we're hoping for more. So anyone who's listening / watching, if you have an opportunity, I guess I'll include the Movember link in our link tree
There you go.
or somewhere. Please toss a donation, and if you can't, at least grow your mustache and show it off to us, because I'd love to see it. Just to support the boys, it's good for the men's mental and physical health,
Prostate health,
all the cancers that men can get, all the different forms of, stigmatized, I guess, like health issues that men face. All that money goes towards that, and yeah, if you don't mind sending a little donation towards Les Average Mo's, or it doesn't have to be our page, it can be any Movember page. It's not a contest. Or at least grow your mustache and show it off. I want to see those greasy lip. What do they call them? What do people?
Porn stash?
No. There's like a term that people call it.
Caterpillar?
Like, yeah, I think that's it. I want to see those lip caterpillars. Yeah. So peach fuzz or not, handlebars, Hulk Hogan. I don't care.
Whatever you want. Give it a mustache.
So yeah, I just wanted to shout that out real quick early in the episode.
All right.
Movember. It's the time of year where my girlfriend doesn't particularly like me. And you're going to see, if you keep tuning into the videos on YouTube, you'll see it get a little thicker each week. Hopefully by week 3 of November, I'll have the French curls like I did last year.
Brutal.
Dude, you know what's funny about it, though? So many people last year. Like, so many. Oh, I left Discord open. I don't know if that'll come through on the mics or not.
Shouldn't.
So many people actually, and I mean, like, sincerely told me they liked it. Now, obviously, those people are crazy.
I mean, you're not one of the guys that a mustache looks completely repulsive on. I will say that.
Well, I appreciate it.
I wouldn't say you particularly pull it off, but it doesn't look like shit. For me, a mustache just makes me look gross.
That's funny.
Like it just happens. Remy can pull off a good mustache as well.
Well,
But Remy's Italian.
I was gonna say
it's in his blood.
there's something I do like about Remy's stash, but there's something I really don't, and I can't really describe it. It's like, you're right, like he can pull it off, but it's not like I would love to see it on him forever.
No, hell no.
But like people were telling me like, "Oh, Richard, your mustache looks good. Are you gonna keep that after November?" And I'm like, "Are you fucking crazy? No,
Are you
I'm
insane?
not.
Yeah.
I'm not." And they're like, "Oh, but it kind of looks good." And like the drummer in our band, he's got the whole French curls, and like,
Yeah, he
does
looks
a little,
like good in the
he
mustache.
does a little patch too, right?
Yeah,
and it looks great on him. But that's the only way I've ever known him.
yeah.
I've never seen him another way. And when I seen him where he has trimmed it, it's actually weird. So I guess after a month, people just get used to me having it, and then just think that's what Richard looks like. But no, it's just it's coming off. Or no, it's not coming off. It's just everything else is going to come back out.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I might be single.
There you go. Yeah, you got to look out for that as well.
Yep. Movember. Hit that link.
Give him a link. Give him a donation. Or send pictures to the Dick Van Myke Show Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter if you use Twitter. Send us a picture of your mustache.
You could join the Average Mo's if you wanted to. I think we're kind of like opening it up this year. We're more people who want to join to help, expand the cause. They're welcome to.
I could try. I mean, I don't have time to market it is the only thing. I'm just like, that's what I'm worried about. Is like joining up and then bringing the team down.
It's only if you think you can do it. We're not.
I'll grow a stash with you guys. I don't know if I'll join the donation
team.
team. I'll just donate to you.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Appreciate it,
Free
bro.
money. There you go.
It's not going in my pocket.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I got to give you shit, though.
Oh, no.
It's a good giving you shit.
Oh, boy.
God damn it. You got me to watch this show.
You like it?
It's probably my favorite show I've ever watched.
Right.
But I'm almost done it now, and I don't know what to do with myself.
Well, have you started the next series?
I'm going to watch Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
But that's only 2 seasons as well.
4. It's only 2 on Netflix. You'll have to go and I think it's on...
Are they the first 2 or the last 2 on Netflix?
I believe the first 2 are on Netflix, and I forget where I watched the last
Maybe
2.
Disney Plus because it's Nickelodeon?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a streaming service, but it wasn't illegal. Wherever I watched it, it was legit, but it just had a lot of ads.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find the other 2 seasons.
I'll help you find it, but let me know when you get there, and I'll help you find it. I probably have it in my Chrome history because I watched on my laptop.
I just started book 3, Fire. Now I'm on, I think, episode 2 of Fire.
It's so much better than the movie, right?
It's just the movie ended after 3 episodes.
Yeah,
and then I was like, this is all new. This is fucking sick.
Yeah, and then there's actually character development.
Yeah,
like you see him both be a child and be an adult.
I don't think I haven't seen him as an adult yet.
Well, I don't mean like as an adult. I mean like being mature. Yeah. Like he's trying to play the role that he is.
I don't think Zuko was in the movie at all.
So I don't know if anyone. I don't know how clear the camera is. We're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's what.
That's Aang.
This is Aang here on the table. Matt gave it to us as a gift. It's like kind of really bright light that it's like you can't really see the. See how close I can get here. Nope. Okay. Well,
it's too bright, but there's Aang.
There, somewhere. I don't know. The light's focusing itself. But anyways, yeah, we're talking about The Last Airbender. It's
a really good show.
It's kind of like anything you watch. Like when I talk about this with Star Wars all the time, like you'll never be able to watch The Last Airbender again, like the first time. You know what I mean? Like you'll never be able to have that like blind experience to it. Which is like it's sad. But it is a good show.
It's so good. But the thing that's pissing me off more now is the fact that how did they try to make a movie with no Zuko or Azula, anybody?
Well, Zuko was in the movie.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the main guy. He was the one with the scar on his face.
I know who he is, but I don't remember him being in the movie. And if he was, it was a very insignificant piece.
No, it was very significant. He was like he was like a main character.
Okay,
you just don't remember the movie that well, obviously.
But what's his name?
Iroh?
Not Iroh. Iroh's fucking. He's my favorite.
Iroh's everyone's favorite. But I didn't like how they portrayed him in the movie either. Like,
but who's the douchebag general that
his dad?
No, the highest in command, the admiral. Zhang.
I don't remember.
I think it was Admiral Zhang.
I'm really bad with so many characters' names to remember in that series, but I don't remember who it is.
Anyway, regardless, and not to mention, Katara wasn't half the badass she was in the movie as she is in the show.
Yeah, like you obviously when you meet her, she's like really shit at bending.
Yeah, but then by like the middle of the second season, she's fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Pardon my French.
So you got to keep in mind the movie is only book 1.
Oh, is it?
Like it's literally the first season condensed into one movie.
But I thought they made it to the North Pole in the movie.
That's in book 1.
Was it book 1? I thought that was book 2.
So I don't know. I'm gonna say spoiler alert, but if you haven't watched it and you're interested, it's your fault. It's like a 15-year-old show or more.
Yeah,
and it's even 20 years old.
You should have watched it by now.
Should have watched it by now.
I should have watched it by now.
Book 1 is about them getting to the Northern Water Tribe.
Yeah.
And that's where the Fire Nation attacks them. And there's that, like, they're basically in like a compound, like a big water tribe compound.
Then the second book is...
And Aang does the Avatar state the first time.
For the first time.
And he becomes like the big water monster.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole thing with the 2 fish, the yin and the yang, the black and white fish.
That was
the
book 2.
Princess, that's book 1.
That was book 2. Oh, no, it was book 1. And then Princess Lue turns into the moon.
Essentially, yeah. She's like a spirit.
Yeah, Yue.
Yeah, so that's the movie as well. It's the same thing.
But yeah. So I'm watching right now where he's got hair and he's in a fire school.
Yeah. Like where he's trying to blend in.
Yeah.
Because he like that's the whole thing too. It's like he's got to find a teacher for every element, but obviously a fire teacher is like...
Well, no, I don't understand. Why don't you get Iroh to teach him?
Iroh? Because I believe at that point, isn't Iroh on the run and hiding with Zuko?
They're refugees, but they're friends of the Avatar now. So is Zuko.
I think there was... You have to keep watching. I'm not going to spoil too much, but like there is still...
I was going to say, Iroh's he's a beast too.
So have you met Toph?
Yeah. Toph is long gone. Toph is there and established.
Has she already had tea with Iroh?
Yeah. Well, long ago.
So you saw that scene already?
Yeah.
So there's like a whole back and forth there because at pretty much no point in the series does Zuko ever really lose like his dedication to the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
Like even like up until the end.
But is it dedication to the Fire Nation or is it dedication to earning his honor back with his father?
It's the same thing.
I guess.
Like for the sake of explanation, it's the same thing. He's trying to reclaim his honor, and it never really escapes him until like the very, very, very end. And even still, it doesn't completely go away. So like, and then also the fact that all of those people are very wanted. If they're just all in the same spot all the time, it's just gonna be bad for their like chances of survival.
That's fair.
You'll see.
And also, I guess it would have been too easy to just do that right in the show. Like it would have been like
that'd be lazy writing.
Content.
It'd be lazy writing.
Because Iroh would have been a dope teacher, but at the same time, it's like it would have just been too easy. Yeah. Oh, I ran into him. Oh, you're a firebender. Can you teach me? Okay, sure. Done. Game over.
And there's also another point, but I don't know if I can bring it up because it might be a spoiler for you.
Done. Yeah. No spoilers.
But you'll see, if you're not at the point yet, you'll see another reason why Zuko can't teach him.
I didn't say Zuko. I was saying Iroh.
Iroh? Same thing.
I mean, I guess.
You'll see. There's a reason that like there's a reason Zuko doesn't really like help him with the learning of the fire. And Iroh,
fire could probably I know why.
No, you'll see.
But anyway,
when we talk about it, probably in a couple weeks. Because you probably won't be there by next week, I'm assuming. But like the week after, we'll talk about it, and then we'll see what you think about it by then.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be lost and not know what to do with myself after I'm done that show.
Legend of Korra, I like a lot. It's very
that's the Avatar after Aang.
Yeah, so she's the next Avatar.
And she's Water Nation.
She's Water Nation. So the cycle is air, water, earth, fire.
Yeah.
Because the previous Avatar before Aang was a
firebender. Yeah. Avatar, what's his name? Kyoshi.
No, that's the Earthbender. Because it's like the Kyoshi girls, the ones that love makeup.
Oh yeah.
It's fuck. Wish Matt was here because Matt knows all this stuff.
Matt's
got like a brain of nerd. Like it's just like not even like anime and stuff. It's just like everything. Like the amount of times we're talking and like
Star Wars.
No, just like anything, like any movie. He's always like quoting movies, and I'm like, I don't know what that's from. And he gets so riled up. He's like, how do you not know this movie?
I mean, I did have a friend of ours that we talked about, Ray-Ban, who I was saying like, hot damn, because like you watch any like North American TV show,
sure,
it's mostly slow burn, and then a big episode where something happens. And
like TV series,
yeah, and then you watch anime, and it's just a fuck fest for like the entire show.
Yeah, there's obviously like the few episodes that you don't really need to watch. They're kind of fillers, but for the most part, it is just like all or nothing.
Yeah, it's something all the time.
Yeah,
like you were watching Avatar for one, like, and they're just walking through Ba Sing Se, like it's fine. They're going through this impenetrable city, and then all of a sudden, mushroom cloud in the back, and you're like, here we go. All right, sick.
So much for impenetrable.
It's been untouched for 300 years. Yeah. Nobody's been able to even see what the city looks like, and then now all of a sudden, That's just breaking through it like it's paper.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot more of that in Korra as well. You're gonna fucking love Korra. If you like this, you're just gonna love it. There's just so much.
Well, at this point now, I'm so fucking attached to all the characters. Like, Aang is fucking dope.
I will tell you that not all the characters carry over, because you gotta keep in
figured.
mind it's like almost 100 years later.
Well, yeah, because you gotta.
Or-
he's probably a fucking.
I think it's 80 years
if
later.
Aang is in it, he's like a greasy raisin at that point.
Aang is not in it.
He's dead.
Yeah, he would have to die because you can't have two avatars
Fair.
at once.
Yeah, fair.
So that's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
But like to give you an idea of a few of the characters who are still alive or still present, just because it's cool for you, you'll be able to like think about this.
Maybe
going
Zuko.
forward. Zuko and Katara are both still alive.
Okay, so I'm thinking Zuko's probably Fire Lord at that point.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe.
and Katara might be a big shot in.
So
She's like a water master.
So the
probably.
way like the hierarchies and like the political landscape of like the different
Mhm.
regions is completely different.
Yeah,
Like it's not like, you know, like
so I know the Water Tribe. You haven't really met an established king other than in the North Tribe.
right, because the South Tribe is like
They're like
a
nomad
small
warriors.
colony. Yeah, it's like it's sort of separate. It's like not separatist, but it's like a little separate colony from.
They're just
the
doing
North.
their own shit on the
Yeah.
opposite side of the world.
But they do like link up with the North a lot in Legend of Korra.
Okay,
In different ways. But yeah, like so those are a couple of the main characters that you
And
see
then
still alive.
the Earth King was a puppet in Last Airbender.
Was a puppet.
Basically, he was being controlled by the what's it called? That family.
Oh,
those warriors,
like
right?
the big fucking guys.
The
Like
ones with the
crazy ones.
rock hands.
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean. I can't remember their names. Who else comes
And then
back?
the Fire Lord is a dick. So
Yeah. There's definitely other Toph is definitely in it.
Toph is dope.
Yeah, but she's like
I saw that shit and I'm like, no way this little blind girl is gonna be a fucking badass. And then she's metal bending by the end of the second season.
right. Freddy foreshadowing, it gets dope in Legend of Korra.
Probably, yeah.
Like, so
Because I think
dope.
Legend of Korra is where you were telling me that Water Tribe learned they could bend blood and all this shit. And
Well, I didn't tell you that. That's a pretty big spoiler. Like you should have walked into that by accident. You shouldn't have been told about
you
that.
told me that.
No, Matt did.
Oh, did he?
When he was here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
like,
just tried to like get there, but you were like, no, I already know about this. And I was like, oh yeah, I think Matt told you.
Because I think it was I can't remember what he was telling me. I think he was telling me, yeah, like Earth and water benders can bend blood because of the iron and everything and the water and the fluid. And then the firebenders can like harness your body heat and like literally like sap it from you and shit.
No, I don't think that's a thing. They can do something else, but it's not that. It's not to do with like the human body.
Okay.
But
They can do lightning. I know they can do lightning.
some.
In the first
So all
like,
these
in-
all these skills you're talking about are
Yeah.
like in the show are seriously advanced. Like it's
So right now
very-
they're just discovering that it's a thing in
Yeah.
Last Airbender.
Yeah.
And in Korra they're like, we can do this shit. It's like a
it's
thing.
still a very very rare skill for a lot of people in Korra.
Okay.
Like it's not like every earthbender can bend, you know, like the metal, or like every waterbender can bend blood. It's actually very very it's like, and it's also like how to like compare it to like real life. It's like very like not sinful,
Yeah.
but it's like,
It's forbidden.
well, it is, but it's like not only is it forbidden, but it's like
Inhumane.
yeah, essentially it's like inhumane. It's like you would never do it.
It's like the Barrett 50 cal
I mean,
in the
on a-
military right now, how they banned it from use on infantry because it was inhumane.
Like a small scale thing. Like, I mean, this is really probably a bad comparison, but like, why don't you drive like across grass instead of going through an intersection?
Just because you shouldn't.
Because you shouldn't. Like it's literally that simple for some people.
Oh, okay.
It's like breaking the rules.
'Cause that's what
Just
I'm
don't do
saying.
it. It's
Now
like,
that I'm-
why didn't a lot of people smoke pot before it was legal?
Because you shouldn't. That's the whole. Because that's what I'm thinking now. I'm going. If you're a powerful enough Earthbender to bend metal, and the whole advantage that Fire Nation has on you is fucking metal,
Yeah.
you could literally, like a powerful enough Earthbender, or a group of them, could crush the fucking ships like a tin can and just say, "Get out."
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it like right here, like us sitting apart from each other. Say I could bend blood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and let's say you did something really to piss me off, like next level.
You could pop my head like a grape.
I could, but I wouldn't, because it's like that's such an overreaction.
Yeah.
Like only a crazy person would do something like that.
Yeah.
right? Or someone fending for their life, let's say.
You could really you could fuck with people. If that was like a real life thing. Let's say you could bend blood. Somebody was just annoying you. You could just take the blood out of their hand or something, give them seriously bad pins and needles for the whole day.
Yeah, it's honestly for a cartoon that looks that's literally the Last Airbender was definitely dedicated to children. But Legend of Korra is definitely dedicated to the same group of children.
That's what I'm saying. They're saying everybody that watched Last Airbender is now 20.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make a show for 20-year-olds.
Yeah, basically.
It's gonna get a little bit more violent. It's gonna get a little bit more dark.
I definitely if I had young children who are I don't know what I have a very bad perspective on what age you should allow to do things for your kids because I'm not a parent and even want to talk to different parents but if I had to take a guess, I probably wouldn't let my kid under the age of 8 or 9 watch Legend of Korra.
Oh, really?
Probably not. It's kind of like how Star Wars: The Clone Wars, in the first season was very all happy and bright colored and everything, and it was airing at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
But by seasons 5 and 6, it was airing at 9 or 10 p.m. and it was really dark, and Anakin was actually being dark,
evil.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're okay, I'll let my kid watch that over 7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Starting when he's 10.
Does that mean me as an Italian, if I was a waterbender, I could lift my sugo out, my sauce out of the pot and
just
put it
in
into
the
my pasta?
Your pasta. Yeah.
Myke, the sugo bender.
There'd be a lot of abuse there, right? It's you'd own you could own a butcher shop if you were an earthbender and just grab the blades and just fucking
Yeah,
slice your meats. You don't even need the fucking wheel blade thing.
Fuck, dude, it is some intense shit going on in
you
that
could
movie.
heat up your pizzas with firebending.
There's another spoiler alert. Skip another 45 seconds here if you do want to watch this show and you don't want to find out when they lost Appa.
Yeah,
tears.
Yeah, it's sad.
Straight tears.
Wait, how far along are you with that?
They found him again.
Okay.
I'm in Fire. I'm in book 3 now.
Okay, right. I don't remember.
I'm
a little fuzzy on the timeline.
Just started book 3 though. I just started.
I'm very fuzzy on the timeline.
That was middle of book 2. They lost Appa.
Okay, so there's a lot of Zuko shit that's gonna happen.
I can imagine now because he just got his honor back, which is obviously a catch.
No, but
there's obviously something going on.
But whatever you think,
there's no way that they could hate him that bad, and then one thing happens, and even the father's I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
You're the best. But then again, I know Azula's using it as a setup because the Avatar is alive still.
It's pretty it's pretty sad, honestly. His story,
at the same, they killed him in Avatar state, which would have put an end to the Avatar.
Yeah.
That's the story of it. If you die in Avatar state, the Avatar spirit dies.
That's the story of it.
And it does not continue on after.
Yeah, but the story of Zuko just alone, I don't know. You're not gonna understand this one, but it's very similar.
Him and Iroh are the only 2 Fire Nation guys with a heart.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. Okay, so Zuko's story, if you were a Star Wars fan, would be a very similar to Darth Maul's story. It's just so much hardship. So many things that happen wrong in his life, so many people that abuse him in his life. It's just such a sad story, but it's so good. His
sister's kind of
his sister's fucked.
A twat.
Sister's fucked. You're gonna love this season.
I'm excited. I'm gonna start it over because I think I did fall asleep through the first episode.
It does revolve around the two of them a lot.
Azula and Zuko.
Yeah,
I figured it would, just because I know Water Nation, it was a lot of Katara and what's his name? Why do I not remember her brother's name? Sokka. And then I know book 2 was a lot of Toph.
Yeah.
And the Earthbender guys.
Yeah, I think Toph might be my favorite character.
Toph was kind of dope, man.
Because
that blind bitch that could just see everything anyway, because she just feels like you can sneeze 2 kilometers away and she's somebody just sneezed.
Yeah, she gets stupid powerful.
She is stupid powerful.
No, she gets stupid powerful. She's
she is. I remember she was in that box too because she got kidnapped and she's I could come on, I could do this.
Yeah, she
and then she just punches a fucking hole through it and you're okay, she could do it.
Yeah, she's
And for anybody that is listening to this, they don't plan on watching it. Just to put into perspective here, punching out of a metal cage. She's like supposed to be like a 9-year-old girl, and she's blind,
Yeah.
like full blind,
Also has no teacher
and no teacher.
because her parents thought they had to protect her from the world because
They thought
she's
she was a
blind.
very novice, like
I don't
earthbender.
even think they knew she was a
She
bender.
did. Yeah, she did have a teacher, but he was only doing the basics with her because the
Oh.
parents were like, she's blind.
Right.
Like, she can't be doing dangerous shit because she's fucking blind.
Yeah, but she can see better than anyone.
Meanwhile, she's demolishing masters.
Yeah.
Like,
Like without even
people
trying.
that have been doing it for 90 fucking years. And she's just like, yeah, I could fuck you up. Like, easy.
Yeah.
Without trying.
She's proper. She's proper shit.
Yeah, she's a proper gangster.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
we'll get off of this.
You'll like Legend of Korra.
I'm fucking ready.
It's gonna be a, like next level shit.
I'm gonna end up calling you while you're on your road trip, just going like, "Oh my god!"
Sometimes I do that on shows when I've watched a show that someone else has recommended to me. Like they know where I'm at, and I'll literally text them like, "What the fuck was that?" Like,
because I know I'm gonna
Mind
text you in a
blown.
few days, and with something along those lines, you're gonna know exactly where I'm at
probably
because you
yeah.
know where I'm at now, and you know what's coming.
Yeah. Honestly,
sakes.
like I think I might just like do a quick like watch all the what do you call in the beginning of the episode when they
The
do
recaps?
Like, I'll just watch all the recaps just to kind of memorize like what you've seen until, and then I'll just be like, oh, he's about to see this.
Well, what just happened? Just to put into perspective, if you don't want to watch the recaps, Ba Sing Se just fell because Azula snaked it out from under everybody,
mm-hmm.
and now they're back at I don't remember what the Fire City's called.
Sorry, I don't remember. I'm
But
really bad
they're
with
back.
names.
They're back in the fire compound. Zuko is back as a prince, and Azula's back as home. And she told the Fire Lord that Zuko killed the Avatar.
Right.
And that's it. That's where I'm at.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's where I'm at.
That's like definitely early.
And I'm pretty sure I fell asleep because I started watching it again. And it was a part that I don't remember him getting to the Fire Academy.
Have you?
So I'm gonna start book 3 over again.
I'm gonna ask you a question that's like just yes or no. I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay.
It's not a huge spoiler.
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy with the third eye yet?
No.
Okay, it's not a legitimate eye. It's just a tattoo, but it's just you'll know.
I have not seen him.
You'll
yet.
know who it is when it comes up.
I've met the guru at the air temple though. The guy
Oh,
that
the crazy guy
that taught Aang how to master the Avatar state, and then he
Right.
didn't want to do it, but then he ended up doing it.
Yeah, because he was trying to find like some.
He has to get rid of Katara out of his.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird, that whole section. But anyways, we'll move on past here.
You can imagine that there are all these fucking mystical fucking wizard bastards, pretty much. Like you can imagine, no other avatars ever had like a bond with other people because he's just learning, go save the world.
Yeah, you'll see that too. It's a bit stressful for Korra, like when she's going through all that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But
you can't get close to anybody.
well, she just doesn't have time. She's just like
Yeah.
she's being dragged around to all these things, and at a certain point, like the press gets involved. They want you to be the face of shit. Like, but anyways, let's move on.
Let's move on. So I know you have something to talk about this week.
Yeah, I found this pretty interesting. There was an article that came out. I don't have it available, but it was explaining that Elon Musk is now the richest person in recorded history. Which
Actually, I have something afterwards. After
so
we're done.
guess how much Tesla is worth?
Tesla?
The brand or the company? Just take a guess.
I'm gonna say in and around 50 billion.
Okay, you're very low. I'll give you one more
Oh,
guess.
Okay, I'll say.
You're low as of like 4 years ago.
So I'm gonna say 500 billion.
Still very low.
Really?
It's worth $1 trillion.
Tesla.
Yes,
Just Tesla.
just Tesla. Tesla, the company.
This is not including SpaceX or
Not
anything
including
like that.
SpaceX, not including the Boring Company, not including what's the other one he's got? Is it PayPal? He doesn't own PayPal anymore. None. It's just
Yeah, I didn't know
Tesla's-
that's how he kind of started. He was like a big head in PayPal.
I'm pretty sure he started PayPal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know what he is exactly worth, like as far as net worth. I think that's still sort of being like figured out, but it's like it's got to be over 300 now because like last year on this time he was like 260. or something like
Yeah,
$1 billion.
him and Bezos were competing. They were flip flopping back and forth for 1 and 2.
Right. So, if you have a company that's worth $1 trillion, you're not doing too bad.
No, you can't. You can't be.
You just sell the company, and you don't have to worry about anything at all.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah.
$1 trillion.
Yeah.
I was really low.
Imagine having $1,000 billion.
Yeah.
Or what is it? Imagine having $1 million.
What's even the point of a net worth at that point if you're never gonna be able to sell it?
It's just hysterical. Like, it's just comedy at this point.
What are you gonna do? Post it on MLS? Tesla
for sale.
Tesla Motor Co. $1 trillion. Or best offer. Yeah.
So I read this, right? I read this, like, I didn't read the whole article. I read the headline. Because, I mean...
In recorded history.
Yeah. Now, when they talk about, people's wealth, it's not necessarily how much dollars they have.
Shit tickets. Or snot rags.
Oh, you gotta blow your nose?
Just gotta, yeah.
You want to look over there for a second?
I'm gonna look this way so I'm not looking right at the camera.
Oh, you're so polite. Oh, yeah, I was just gonna... Oh, you're just wiping, not blowing. Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, when someone has their net worth, right, it's not like the actual dollars they have in their bank account. It's like their assets. Was that a swish?
Yeah, baby.
Okay, Kobe.
Yeah.
R.I.P. It's not their, it's not their bank. It's not the checking account balance.
Yeah.
It's like their assets, like kind of totaled up. So I was looking up, and I was very curious to know who the richest people in recorded history are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because of how recent this news is, like, I haven't seen articles that have adjusted this to this date that we're recording this episode. So you might see something else if you Google it. But just to give a couple names here, all these people I'm about to mention have the same level of wealth recorded. Mansa Musa, the king of the Mali Empire from 1280 to 1337, so 57 years he was alive. Zhao Zhu, I think I'm pronouncing that right. He was the emperor in China.
Mm-hmm.
And where's the other one here? Akbar, I guess the first, emperor of India, or I'm going to pronounce this one wrong, Mughal dynasty.
Okay.
All three of them, beside their names, it says wealth indescribable.
Okay. Well, they own countries, basically.
So, like, these people, I don't know what that exactly means, but, like, loosely speaking, I'm not going to read the article, but loosely speaking, like, whatever territory was, like, occupied by them was, like, owned by them.
Yeah.
So, like, if, you had a region, it was, like, your region. Like, you owned, like, thousands of acres or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't own, like, a nice big house. You owned the fucking country.
You owned it.
Like,
and it was your money paying for everything.
Yeah.
We need a new hospital. All right, I will fucking build you a hospital.
Yeah, or not.
Or not build you a hospital.
Depending if you're a tyrant, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure some of these guys were tyrants. I don't know their stories, but, like, in today's dollars, they say that Mansa Musa's, like, net worth was about 400 billion.
Okay.
So that's higher than, like, recently before what Elon Musk and, like, Jeff Bezos were worth.
Yeah.
I believe for a while it's worth more than they were combined. But just to think, it says here, yeah, sorry, no, it's a different one. But yeah, that's fucking crazy.
That's insane.
Like,
and the Rockefellers aren't even in that top 3, and they have, like, one of the biggest dynasties.
The Rockefeller is, I mean, I don't know if this isn't exactly, like, in a specific order. It's in a dollar order, but, like, Augustus Caesar is second, which would be 63 BC to 1480. The estimated today's value in US dollars is 4.6 trillion. So if, like, Mansa Musa is, like, indescribable and Augustus Caesar is 4.6 trillion, like, what the fuck was Mansa Musa worth?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
holy shit.
Right?
Yeah.
or any of the other guys, the Rockefellers from 1839, J.D. Rockefeller, 1839 to 1937, 341 billion by today's dollars. These are insane numbers.
Yeah.
And we're talking, like,
my bank account's worth like $341.
Yeah, like, I might have Like I might have a fourth, like 4 digits in there.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
That's what I'm saying.
but
On a good day, I've got a 4-digit.
like if I see 5 digits, I'm fucking celebrating, bro.
Oh, dude, we're going out. Yeah.
Right. Like
We're
we're
going-
getting a limo. Like
We're getting a party bus to Niagara Falls to have 1 beer, and then that's it.
basically.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. Like I was trying to think about it the other day. Like, what does one have to do to accumulate that much wealth, but also be like honest?
I could tell you a lot of snaking.
Like, but I feel like Elon Musk is a pretty genuine and honest guy.
He's just a fucking genius. There's a difference.
Like he's like a, what's the word? A philanthropist. I don't
Yeah.
never know how to pronounce that word.
Philanthropist?
Like, okay, so like, sure, like I guess that makes sense. But these other guys, were they tyrants, or were they like
Yeah, who knows?
Were they, like democratically elected leaders, or are they like
Inherited, mostly.
or is it monarchs? I'm sure. I think like probably they're like probably some
The
form
emperor
of monarch,
and the- yeah,
like
they're-
family passed down.
Yeah.
But fuck, bro,
That's a lot of money.
it's a lot of fucking money.
You could do whatever the fuck you wanted,
Like-
whenever you wanted, and never even make a dent.
Like if you had that like print, I'm making this up, but if you had it like printed in like $100 bills, you
Yeah.
probably couldn't fit it in this room.
You could rent the Mona Lisa for toilet paper and then get a new one made and just give it back to them.
Like, I guess,
Like, you could.
like probably,
Yeah. How much for the Mona Lisa? $6 trillion. All right, cool. You take check? Cash?
yeah, like
Can I swipe my credit card?
6 trillion.
As a
But
joke,
yes,
obviously. But
I get
like,
what you mean. It's like you don't need to worry about things. You just, it's like
oh no, there's a hole in my wall. Whatever.
I think I told this story on the podcast before, but what's the singer of the Smashing Pumpkins?
Babyface Billy Corgan?
Billy Corgan. He was in an interview once. Oh, I definitely have told this on the podcast before, so I'll just like skip to the end. But he basically went to a Ferrari dealership, like in like the prime of Smashing Pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like the scraggly emo looking guy, like
Yeah.
not a guy who looked like he had money.
To buy a Ferrari.
Right. So the guy at the dealership is like, hey, like trying to get him out because he's like thinking he's wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, the interviewer was like, so when did you know you like were your band was successful? And he's like, so I went to this Ferrari dealership, looking like the way I didn't like spruce myself up or nothing, and the guy like wasn't taking me seriously. And I told him I wanted to buy the car, and he said, okay, how do you think you're gonna pay for this, sir? And he goes, oh, with cash. Like,
Yeah.
you fucking kidding me?
I have told that story, but still, yeah, the
Like-
guy was probably like,
Like, you are gonna buy this with cash?
yeah.
Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, I will. Like right now. You want the briefcase or you want a check? Like,
Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. If I ever did that, I'd feel like that'd be the flex of the lifetime, right there.
oh yeah,
It's
no
like,
kidding.
Yeah, I'll just buy this 458 with cash, or like, fuck it, let's go for the Enzo. Like,
You're getting a freaking 72 Skyline, walking in there with a duffel bag full of money.
that's kind of a goal of mine, to be honest.
That's what you're gonna do. You're just gonna save up as much cash as you can in your mattress,
Yeah,
and then just walk in with a duffel bag.
Bring in the mattress. All right, boys, I'm gonna trade you this mattress for this car.
Don't cut the mattress open.
I watched a video of a guy who picked up like the early 90s R33,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's a page on Instagram called Craft Sports JDM. They're just basically they're a Skyline dealership in Florida, in Miami, I believe. And it's just a lot of their videos on their posts are just people who have bought the thing and they're driving away. It's like, oh, so and so just bought their R33. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a goal of mine just to go there and be like, all right, boys, it's my time. Let's go. Hook me up. And then just drive away in my R34, which is probably what I would choose to get.
Yeah, I think I would go for a 32 personally, but
That's still a good choice.
Mhm.
I think I would try and go for a
But I prefer the
72.
I prefer the Supra.
Yeah, you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
I drive a Nissan. I don't like it, so I might as well go for Toyota because nothing goes wrong with Toyota.
I mean,
You
fair.
drive a Toyota. You should know
Fair.
this.
Yeah. If I was one of these rich guys, and say what I do with my car.
Yeah.
My car is a fairly large car.
Mhm.
If you parked it beside a Supra, it's probably similar in wheelbase and overall length and everything.
You gonna make a kit car Supra?
No, I think I would just make the ultimate sleeper. I think I would, if I had the money. Again, I don't have the money. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna pretend I'm gonna go do this.
Before you say LS,
I would never LS swap anything.
have
LS
you
is
seen the
dumb.
new engine that Chevy just released for the new Z06?
For the Z06 or for the C8?
The new Z06.
I've not seen it, but let me finish. I would take everything drivetrain wise from the Supra and put it into my Solera. So it would be a rear wheel drive, 2JZ, Supra, but it would look like a Solera. So every time I pull up to the lights, it's just the ultimate sleeper. Yeah? Were you even paying attention to that?
Yes, I was paying attention.
Okay. You don't need to show me the picture of the engine.
No, I don't need to show you a picture. I just wanted to get all the stats here. So, it is, right now, the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 engine in existence.
Yeah, that's the one that's inside the C8.
It's a 5.5 liter
Yeah.
V8
Yes.
making 707 horsepower.
Yeah.
That's not what's in the C8. C8's got the 7 liter supercharge.
No, it doesn't.
I'm pretty
It has
sure.
a natural aspirated engine.
Does it also have
Yep.
a natural? Okay.
Yeah, I watched a whole video on it.
But I maybe this is differently tuned because I think the C8 has like 600 and something horsepower.
It has less. It has like high sixes. But
Yeah, this is now the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 ever.
I think it's the same platform. No, like I think
Probably.
they just tuned it a little.
They're calling
differently.
it the LSX.
So there's a lot of cool things about it. I will say it's a very, very impressive engine. From my small knowledge of internal combustion engines.
Yeah.
But the one thing that they do differently than most companies, and the only other car I think that this feature is in, is the Aston Martin. What's that? The Vulcan or whatever.
Yeah.
That crazy, stupid, fast one.
The one that's not road legal, and every time you want to drive it, you have to get a team to fly it to you.
Yeah. So that car has the same thing. So the lifters. Sorry, the springs for the what do you call the things that pop in and out? Gas goes in, air comes out. What are they called?
Pistons.
No, pistons are the ones that go up and down like the big fuckers. I'm talking about the valves. The valves.
Oh, the valve. You were just saying the things that go up and down. I go the pistons.
Yeah, the
no,
valve,
the other things that go up and down.
The valves.
Everything goes up and
inside
down
of
in
an
an
engine. Yes. Okay. So the springs for the valves. They have 2 springs on every valve.
Yeah.
And the reason they have that is they have a small one and a big one.
Mm.
And the reason they have that is because sometimes at certain frequencies of an engine, emitting, it'll actually seize a spring.
Okay.
So that your valve may or may not open. So you might get like the odd either misfire or lack of exhaust from the chamber.
Okay.
So with the second spring being a different size, they both need different they can't both be seized by the same frequency. They can only be seized by individual.
So if it seizes,
so no matter what, they will not seize.
It's always moving.
They will always move.
But I think the Vulcan's got a V12.
But has the same tech.
Yeah.
And
that's what the new Corvette's doing.
There's another thing it has on the actual air intake. It has 3 flaps inside it. It's an intake that splits into 2 for each side of the V, but there's these 3 flaps inside, and then I don't really know how to explain it, but basically, if you're like in a wind tunnel, if you're in an actual tunnel and like wind's coming in, you just hear all that like thumping. Like it's like when you open one window in your car when you're driving, you just get that thumping in the back.
You hear like
yeah. So inside of like the air intake, they have these 3 flaps where they've tested, like like when you like see the curve of like power when the car is going like on a dyno or whatever. They found that with these 3 different flaps, if they have one open, the power curve is like over here, like in the early stages, like the low RPMs. And if they close that flap and open the second flap, the power is actually at like a later point. And if they have that closed and the other flap open, then it's even at a later point. So the car, what it does is when you're at lower RPMs, the first flap opens, so you're getting maximum power at that point. And as you get to the edge of that power peak, the next one opens. So it's just a continuous, like you're basically looking at like a curve that's like almost like a straight line.
That's fucked.
Like it's a very long sweep. It's a very impressive engine. I'll send you the video I watched on it. It's
Fuck.
Like, so yeah, like
but
I didn't realize that they made an LSX or whatever. Like I didn't realize they made a fucking another steroid version of it.
Yeah, and it's all naturally aspirated. It's insane.
Which is pretty impressive. It's like what you doing there?
I'm just looking at more of it.
It's like when they like, I've talked about this on the show so many times now. I'll keep it short, but it's like about how like, is it more efficient to make electric cars or just make gasoline cars better? And like, it's funny, like in all these advancements that they make for performance cars, it does trickle down into the consumer cars and it actually makes them better, more fuel efficient.
Maybe it's not the Z06, maybe it's the ZR1 that they're doing.
That sounds like it makes more sense.
Maybe the ZR1, not the Z06.
Because isn't the ZR1 higher up?
Yeah.
Because it actually uses the LS1X, I guess, or whatever you said it was. You're confusing your own self.
I know I am, because now I can't fucking like find it. No, it is the Z06.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's very impressive, like where they've come with internal combustion engines, like with the technology. Like I remember looking at there's this racetrack called Goodwood where they do a lot of like classic car racing, like different eras of racing from over like literally over the past like 80 years or 100 years, I guess, by this point. And they did one with these big fucking cars, and like they were literally like, I don't know, like I want to say like 20 or 30 liter engines. Yeah. Like we drive like 2-liter engines, and like even
mine's smaller than it.
Even the LS is like a 5.5 liter. Like, but these guys were running like fucking like huge, like the size of this table fucking engines in these races. Like why?
And they were like 300 horsepower. Yeah.
Like they weren't like, you know, your car is probably faster than those cars were able to go.
Well, yeah, because I'm not pushing a block of cast iron down the road.
Right.
Good Lord.
It's just amazing like where they've come from, like locomotives to like having like a little 2-liter fucking turbo. Like the fucking rally engines are like this big.
Yeah, they're little. They're 2-liter, usually like, twin turbo. Or 1.8 liters.
Yeah. Like, literally like.
And then like fucking like 400 horsepower.
They can fit in your shoebox.
Like, and then 400 horsepower.
Yeah. Or like, I mean, if they're, you know, tuned up and
going home from work, don't want anybody to touch your engine that you've been working on, so you slap it in a backpack and take it home.
Yeah, like really.
Yeah, but what I like, while we're still on the Corvette, is they're also trying to branch into the luxury world.
Like Chevrolet or Corvette?
Corvette.
Why?
So with the new
they have Cadillac
Z06, they're making, like, you got to see, I know you're going to scream at me, and I hated the fact that I was watching it too. It was a Supercar Blondie video.
Oh, I hate her.
She's fucking
so much.
Dreadful, but she does good videos.
She's the most annoying face of the car culture.
She gets access to a lot of really good cars, though.
A lot of fake cars, though.
And that Z06 she was in, it was white with the black accent, which was gorgeous. The outside of it looks absolutely gorgeous. The interior was like a Bugatti Chiron. It was fucking ceiling to floor, red leather.
That sounds cool.
Diamond stitching.
But that's not luxury though.
Chrome, like the chrome and diamond fucking switches and everything is LED and fucking screens. Like it's got like the same kind of thing that the Escalade's doing, where the Speedo screen starts and it goes all the way across the dash into the main panel and then down into, like, it's all connected as one screen. Like, it's fucking insane.
What's this called? I want to look at a picture.
The new, it's the new Z06.
The new Z06. Why is my fingerprint not working? Oh, it's a little wet. All right, I gotta open this the classic way. New Z06. I don't want to watch a video. I just want to see a picture. I don't want to hear her voice. Just. Oh, it's not a continuous screen.
I thought it was. I was, unless she had access to a different one.
Is it also rear engine?
Oh yeah, there. Yeah, here. Look.
Is it a rear engine car?
No, it's the mid engine.
This is, or that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like it's that?
Yep.
Wow. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
A Supra? 94 Supra.
Yeah. With the console wrapping around you.
A Mark IV Supra. That's what it is. Yeah.
There you go.
Toyota made cars in the 90s that felt like you're flying planes.
Continuous screen.
Oh, that's not even a passenger screen though. That's just like all driver.
That's all driver.
All driver.
But it's gorgeous. Like they're stunning. And they're also not doing a manual transmission.
Of course not. You know what? I can't really... I'm not offended by that.
In track cars now, if you have a manual transmission, you're at a disadvantage because you can't shift as quickly.
Well, it depends. It depends. If it's a sequential, you're at an advantage. But
sequential, yes. But if you're just having floppies or normal 6-speed, you're at a disadvantage with the 6-speed.
Yeah, you are. I will agree. It's like it's all about, you know, pushing the car to its limits. I mean, I think originally they were just doing it because people didn't know how to drive anymore. But I realize now, like after like all the in-depth, you know,
with the once you get into dual clutch and everything like that, you're pressing the button, it's instantly changing.
Yeah.
Like you don't even hear it most of the time.
Yeah, it's like when you hear Formula 1 cars downshift, it's just like they go like literally 300 to 60 and like,
and they're in like fucking, they went from like fucking 12th gear to 4th.
Well, yeah, something like
it's a little bit excessive.
It went from like,
yeah,
like in less than 100 meters, these guys go from 300 and change kilometers an hour to like 60. And you're like, that seems pretty unsafe. Like, I understand it's safe that you can stop that fast.
Well, yeah.
But I think it's like pretty unsafe for your like internal organs that you can stop that fast.
Their brake calipers are probably as big as my entire fucking rotor.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, like,
well, they have like a different weird braking thing. You ever seen the wheels come off? It's that whole fucking thing is some sort of like brake. It's not like
really?
I don't think it's like a
So
disc.
it's kind of like a modified drum almost.
I think so. I have to look into that because I've always been curious what that giant fucking thing is underneath the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like the size of like
a cantaloupe,
like a watermelon or bigger. Like it's a huge hunk of thing.
It's a huge hunk of thing.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's the brakes.
Oh, I forgot to mention it while we were still on that topic. But did you see what Elon Musk did today?
No.
He went to the UN.
Okay.
And he said, if you can prove that a copious amount of money will actually cure world hunger and completely get rid of it, I will donate $6 billion to you. He's like, but you need to prove to me that this will end world hunger.
That seems like a news thing.
Because, yeah, he's going, oh, yeah. He goes, so you say all these rich guys can end world hunger? Prove it, and I'll give it to you.
Well, it's because it's...
Yeah.
This is like the whole thing. I love when people are like, oh, money's going to fix, climate change. Like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Oh,
easy.
Sorry.
But yeah, so that was a big, I saw it, a
Good.
bunch of headlines. Even my dad had seen it. And
I got to look into this.
Elon
I
Musk
should have got that for the
told
news.
the UN, if you can prove that it will help, I will give you $6 billion.
Yeah.
Billion.
That's like almost $1 a person. Like,
yeah.
That'll buy some people in shitty situations a lot of food.
Yeah. So that's Elon Musk's new thing now. He's saving the world.
Yeah, I won't get. We should move into the news, but I got like one little point, like that it's kind of like similar. I forget the study I read, so I can't source it. I could look it up if someone really wanted me to, but I'm not that invested into it. But it was about homelessness, and it was about like how to cure the homeless problem.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of countries that are very like progressive think, oh, let's just make houses and put them there, but you never ever hear about like the aftermath, like how many of them decided to leave or how many of them didn't do better, or like,
yeah.
So like there's this thing, and this happened to a buddy of mine who was he was a tree planter, and this is not obviously directly comparable, but he spent his summer like living like, and by choice, like under trees instead of like a tent. Like he just didn't want to bring a tent with him, so he like slept under trees, and like trees provide very good rain cover. Like if you sleep
like a
right by the
pine
base,
tree, if you go like right under, yeah.
And
it's like an umbrella.
He said when he came home after his summer, like he had a lot of problems sleeping in his bed. Like he found it very uncomfortable. He couldn't sleep. He was like getting insomnia. Like he had to like pretty much set up like a tent out in his backyard a little bit. So anyways, the reason I bring that up is because imagine like being homeless all your life, and you're given a house. Great, sounds good. But then some people don't find that adjustment very easy.
Yeah, because you're so used to a certain way of life, and then it's just flipped.
And then some people can't help themselves. So like back to like this whole thing with Elon, he's saying that it's a very good point, because all these people, especially politicians, they just think, oh, let's just dump money into it and see if we can solve the problem. I'm gonna just adjust it so I don't keep hitting it. But it doesn't work. It's like proven a million times that just dumping money into things and spewing out political banter is going to solve problems, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
So I'm really excited to see what happens with that. I'm going to look into that after we're done here today and like just see like what happened.
All right, so why don't we get into the news then?
Let's get into the news. I mean, we just did news for like the past like 20 minutes.
Yeah, but we got birthdays in history.
So we can do the birthdays in history now after I say
breaking news.
Yeah. All right.
We're in the news.
We're like halfway through the news, but it's okay.
By next episode, I will likely be unshowered, ungroomed, disgusting completely, because I've been living in my basement playing Forza Horizon 5 for the last week straight. Because as of Tuesday next week, it is released. I preloaded it today.
Well, I guess no, because by the time we record and everything, it won't even be out yet.
Well, because we're doing...
No. I mean, like, if it comes out Tuesday, like, we usually record either Tuesday or earlier.
Yeah.
So it might not even be out. We might be celebrating that it's about to come out.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
So, I'm just saying, like,
Well,
you know, in the name of transparency.
in the name of transparency, if you want to be fully accurate, then yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming out, and
I'm excited, bro.
I am gonna be glued to that fucking computer for a little while.
You know what's really pissing me off?
What?
I'm gonna be a whole ass week behind you guys.
I know, because you're doing your road trip.
Yeah. So Friday, and my brother and I are going out to BC. We're driving there. So I obviously won't have my computer by the time Tuesday comes out. No, I'm not gonna bring my PC across the fucking country to play in a hotel.
Yeah.
I'll bring my racing rig too. Strap it on the back of my brother's car.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm gonna be a week behind you guys. I'm gonna grind them when I get back. So I'll be back on Sunday, like next week.
You gotta catch up.
I'm catching a red eye flight back home on Saturday night. So I'll be back like 6 a.m. Sunday. A whole day Sunday. I'm putting aside for just
nap for 2 hours just so you're not dying. And then just straight on the computer.
I might come home and just have a quick nap, but I'm gonna be fucking like grinding Forza. Was it Horizon 5?
Horizon 5.
It's in Mexico.
Mexico.
Yes.
Seeing some of that fucking landscape, man, it looks so good. A lot of desert dirt roads. It's gonna
so
be
exciting that you're actually gonna be driving on the proper side of the road in this game.
Yep.
The past 2 games have driven me nuts because I can't stand, even in a opposite drive car, I've been having problems staying in my lane.
I know, but it's gonna be fucking exciting. I can't wait. And they just also mentioned that throughout all these updates, they just recently added DeLorean into their car library as well.
Wasn't it already in it?
Probably as a special. I don't remember seeing it in Forza Horizon 4.
Pretty sure you get the DMC in Horizon 4.
But yeah, they did add the DeLorean to Horizon 5.
Good. I hope they add the either Toyota Altezza or the IS300 from like 01 to 04.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just matters what car rights they can get, because I know they were. I've seen.
Well, they have Lexus and Toyota in the game already. Earlier Forzas had the Altezza.
I stumbled upon a TikTok account where the guy actually does sound clips and comparisons between Horizon 5's car engine noises compared to real life. And they're damn near fucking identical.
Well, it's because they actually take the cars and they put them in isolation booths with microphones and all over the room to capture the different noises. They rev them at different levels, and like they spend a lot of time on that, and they do work directly with the manufacturers.
I'm really excited. I'm really fucking excited. They did. I saw it specifically in that video. They did Integra Type R,
like the new one that's coming out,
or
like the
old one. Integra Type R, R34 Skyline, Lexus LFA is going to be in Horizon 5.
That's awesome
because they did an LFA.
That's probably one of the best sounding cars in the world.
It's Yamaha tuned.
Yeah, I think it's
V10,
the best sounding car in the world, because they literally like had Yamaha like go in there and be like, you should bend your exhaust this way a little bit more to get that F sharp. I don't know. Like, I don't know what note it's supposed to be.
I can't remember what note, but it is tuned to a note.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fucked. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. I love the LFA.
Imagine like being the guy who's just like the engineer, and your boss comes in and he's like, "Hey, listen, guys, you're gonna have all the freedom you want. I just request that you get a musician or music company to tune the sound that the engine makes." Yeah,
I want it to sound dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be the best.
Amazing.
The only car that's ever gonna sound better is like the Maserati, like what's it called, the Quattro Fort. No, what's the one that the Jeremy does that? Oh, sounds so good. I reckon that's a Maserati.
Performante.
No, it's not that. It's something like Italian though. But yeah, and
Superleggera.
No, that's Lamborghini.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, there's another one. Oh, never mind. It's not a sound thing, but it's just like when Mercedes made the AMG GTR, they basically walked into like both the designers and the engineers, and they were just like, all right, we're gonna get you guys to make a car.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, go.
Yeah.
And that was it. And so like there's so many little things about that car that are just like, you can see the designers had their heyday, you can see the engineers had their heyday. Like there are things that like at certain speeds these flaps come down on the bottom, so there's less pressure and it holds the car closer to the ground.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
And so the artists like, or the designers were like, okay, that's really neat, but can we just like put the engine here? And they're like, no problem. We'll like, dude, like it was just like, and it's a beautiful car, man. It's so attractive. It's probably my favorite German car is that the AMG GTR.
I just don't like this. I love the power those engines make, but I don't like the sound of the Mercedes engines.
Really?
They just sound like farts.
I totally disagree. I think they're some of the best sounding engines out there.
It's just like
Pagani uses them.
I like the high revving fucking I like those high pitch fucking like the LFA and the Paganis. Those sound fucking amazing.
Like the engine
and like the flat 12s from Ferrari, like those fucking really high revving engines.
The screaming ones. Like the engine that's in the Huara. Whatever the Greek god of wind is. Whatever the Greek god of wind is. That's what it is. You just spilled. Yeah, you spilled something. Sure.
Because I was making
sounds like that's a great sounding car.
Yeah, it is. I saw it. I got to see it in person at the Drive Festival. Thing's fucking gorgeous. Looks gorgeous. Sounds gorgeous. I'm sure it smells gorgeous too. Sitting in it,
probably.
All that
probably
premium
tastes
Italian
gorgeous.
leather. Just chew on the seats a little. Imagine me giving you a call. How was Drive Festival? I got kicked out. Why? Found me chewing on the seatbelt. Why? Just wanted to know what it tasted like.
Yeah. It sounded good, looked good, and I just wanted to know if it tasted good. Just trying to please all the senses.
The question you would ask right after that would be like, I mean, you're an idiot, but did it taste good?
Yeah. It did. It tasted like rich Corinthian leather.
It really fucking tasted good.
What were we talking about?
Sick fucks. I don't remember.
Wasn't it a news thing?
Oh, yeah, the Horizon 5. And
Horizon 5. Yeah. So Tuesday, and after we record the episode next week, I'm sure we're gonna have no life.
You're gonna be fucking in your paradise, because I know with the UK and Horizon 4, there wasn't much rally off-road driving. There was a lot of rally races, but in terms of the free roam and adventuring, there wasn't much off-road stuff.
Oh, yeah, like the orange paths.
Little paths between roads and stuff.
Yeah, I wish there was more of that.
In fucking Mexico, you can imagine it's going to be a lot of off-roading.
Yeah, I guess so, especially like through the desert and
they have a new game mode, I guess if you can call it, but a new mission line I think it's called Expedition or Excursion or something like that. And essentially what you're doing is you're off-roading through rainforest. It's like basically a rock crawl.
Okay.
And you're going to look for shit.
That's kind of cool.
They give you go find this monument. And it's in the middle of the rainforest. So you're fucking rock crawling up there in your Bronco or whatever the fuck you're picking. So there's actually going to be
missions rather than just races. That's kind of cool.
They're making progression in free roam.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's going to be sick.
Good. Looking forward to it.
Just fucking, I can't wait to do some rock crawling with the 6-speed and shit, in a fucking in an Hummer H1 or something, crawling up a fucking mountain.
I'm definitely going to get an e-brake
I do want to get that, but I don't know.
That's the one problem with me playing the rally races is having that not there is because you got to press the button on the wheel while you're turning it. Yeah, it's just very annoying. Anyways, let's move on.
Let's move on to some birthdays.
This episode's definitely actually longer than I expected it to be.
What's it at?
We're at about an hour and 6 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Do you want to do some birthdays?
Do the birthdays history and we can call
it. Big one for the first birthday right up here.
What's the date?
November 4th.
November 4th.
Ralph Macchio, or Macchio, whatever you want to say.
I don't know who that is.
Karate Kid.
Like the original one?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
How old is he? Turning 60.
Wow, so that movie came out 50 years ago.
Isn't that fucking sad? Yeah, Ralph Macchio is turning 60 years old.
All you fucking Cobra fans.
P. Diddy.
Really?
He's turning 52.
Wow. Okay.
P. Diddy.
Not bad.
Matthew McConaughey.
No shit.
Is actually turning 52.
No.
All right.
That's it? Right. He's only 52?
All right. Yeah.
I thought he'd be you know what?
52. That's, about expected.
The only thing about him that's deceiving is he looks really good for his age. He's honestly one of my favorite actors. Hands down, any movie he's in. Dallas Buyers Club, excellent movie. The Gentleman, excellent movie. You
got to be jerking it 3-4 times a day.
That's Wolf of Wall Street.
Do this with me.
What else? Sahara, amazing movie. What else is he in?
That's what we need Remy here for. He's
So what did I say?
He's
Sahara,
in Failure to Launch.
I have not seen that.
It's funny.
But yeah, I could watch The Gentleman any day. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Oh, worth it. Tom Hardy.
I love Tom Hardy.
It's a very good cast. It's an amazing movie.
Oh yeah,
it's an amazing movie. Dallas Buyers Club, amazing movie.
I've never seen that, but I heard it's amazing as well.
Unreal.
Okay, ready?
Absolutely unreal. And that was the other one I mentioned. Oh no, it was Wolf of Wall Street. You mentioned already.
Jeff Probst.
Who's that?
Turning 59. He is a host. I don't remember what game show he's for.
You got to know these things.
I guess
I don't know any of these things.
Jeff Probst. He is An American reality show host and executive producer. He's the host of Survivor.
Oh, okay.
And then Kathy Griffin is turning 61.
Wow.
Jeff Probst is 59, by the way.
59.
Kathy Griffin's 61.
That's not
There we
too
go.
bad of birthdays. I only recognize 3 of them, but
Happy birthday to Ralph Macchio, P. Diddy, Matthew McConaughey, Jeff Probst, and Kathy Griffin.
not bad.
All right.
Evil Matthew McConaughey being like, not all right, not all right, not all right.
You ever see that Family Guy clip when it was like cut and it's like, I feel more, what did he say? He's like, I feel more deep in thought than Matthew McConaughey driving a car at night. And it's just like him driving with like subtle piano and he's just laid back and there's like nothing. He's got one arm out the window and it's like the hair is blowing. He's like, you ever just drive and think about everything in life and wonder where it all went wrong? This is fucking hilarious, man.
I feel like that's another movie, Lincoln Lawyer. That's an amazing movie as well.
I gotta watch a bunch of these.
Oh, dude, anything Matthew McConaughey is worth it. I'm
Is
telling
it?
you. I mean, I don't like romance movies, so I've
And-
never seen any of the ones that he's done there. But like,
In a like mommy's wet panties kind of way, or like you just like him because he's a good actor?
I honestly, he's a brilliant actor. I just think like he's actually a convincing actor. Like when you watch some people, like you kind of like. I like who's an example I could pull up. Okay, you know the guy who plays Hector in every movie.
What?
The Mexican guy who plays the character named Hector in every single movie that there's a character named Hector. Like in Fast and Furious 1, that Mexican guy with the mustache.
Seen Fast and Furious.
Okay. Any movie ever where there's a character and his name is Hector, it's always the same guy.
Okay.
You expect him to be that guy. You expect, like, that if he's in it, that's who his character is. He's just like the Mexican, like,
Kind of like Seth
gangster guy.
Rogen, just playing himself.
Yeah, you know that Seth Rogen's always going to be the same fucking character. Like,
Yeah. Adam
but-
Sandler, same guy.
But people like, fucking Wolf of Wall Street.
DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Like I said that really weird, didn't I? Leonardo DiCaprio. Like he actually plays like a character very, very well.
Yeah.
Like you actually believe he is that character. You don't see, like, obviously you see him as DiCaprio because you know him so well. But
Yeah.
like if you look beyond like surface level, you're like, oh, he is
A
that
detective.
character.
He is a race
Yeah.
car driver. Yeah.
Yeah, like he is like, Jordan whatever Belfort. Like,
yeah.
So like with Matthew McConaughey, I feel the same way. I'm like, oh, he actually like is this
Which
guy.
is kind of funny considering now that real Jordan Belfort has a podcast.
He's the thing with him is he was never an like idiot. He was
just a criminal.
He was just a criminal who like got like now that he's like a recovered addict and everything, he's sorted his shit out. He's got books like on like how to get wealthy like legitimately and stuff like that. Another actor I really like for that same thing too is like what's his name? Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Because when he acts as a character, especially when he doesn't do like accent changes, like I don't really like him as Doctor Strange that much. Like it's cool, but like
he was a good Doctor Strange though.
he was, but it's like it's really hard to watch him without the accent.
Yeah.
So like when he was Smaug in The Hobbit,
Oh.
like
Yeah.
that was like
You ever see the behind?
You knew like you didn't like it. Yeah, so like where he's crawling around and shit
In
with
the
all the
suit?
sensors on him, like but like the voice just like suited the dragon so well.
Oh yeah.
In Sherlock, he plays Sherlock perfectly. He plays
He's British. Of course, he's
he
gonna play
plays-
a British accent better.
but he plays Alan Turing from The Imitation Game like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like the scared, scrawny little guy. A lot of people want him to be this character named Admiral Thrawn in Star Wars because it's like they just know that like
His demeanor is
Like,
suited to it.
not his voice. Like he doesn't have the voice for it, but like it's just like one of those things where you just know that he'll kill it. Not because that's his style, but he'll just kill that role. Like everything he does, I love it. I mean, he's a bit like maybe a little bit repetitive, but when it comes to like Doctor Strange, he wasn't, and it was a brilliant role. I just don't like the voice. That's all. I just didn't like the voice. It was
Fair
very good acting. But yeah, Matthew McConaughey is definitely like one of my favorite actors
Very good.
by a long shot. Like another example is Ryan Reynolds. You always know he's gonna be a fucking.
I love Ryan Reynolds.
I love him too, but you never ever are surprised at who his character is.
He's always a sarcastic prick.
yeah, like all the way back to Van Wilder. Like you know that he's like he's never been anything different. Even like in the romance movies he's been in, I think my mom watched like I forget what it's called, but like he's in one. And he's still kind of a sarcastic guy.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Um,
He plays a dick, the best.
I don't think it was a dick. I don't remember the movie. I don't even know what he was in, but I remember seeing it like when I was younger. Anyways, move past that.
Perfect.
Do your
Let's
days
get-
in history.
Let's get into some days in history. We got a few good days. Actually, some pretty big days in history, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to start off at November 4th, 1841.
1841.
1841, all right?
Wow.
The first wagon train arrives in California.
First wagon train.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
a wagon train.
Like, excuse me, sorry. Like a whole, like, is that like a bunch of wagons that are traveling together? Like a
Yeah. Let me Google it and just get you.
Oh yeah. It's like when the cowboys would like help people get across like the terrain, like across the country and shit. Like before there was like highways.
A
I know what you
wagon
mean.
train.
I know what you mean.
This keeps giving me a show, but
Just type in what is a wagon train.
I did,
Oh,
and it gave me the Wikipedia for the show. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I
First
know what you're
wagon
talking about.
train,
It's just all the wagons like traveling across
Yeah.
the country.
1841. First time the first wagon train arrived in California.
It's pretty impressive.
There you go.
It was like 1841. Yes, it was. Never mind. I was not.
And
I
then-
was about to ask a really stupid question.
20 years in the future, 1862.
Okay.
Okay. Dr. Richard patents a Gatling machine gun in Indianapolis.
1862.
1862. The Gatling
Jeez.
machine gun. So
That's
that's the rotating with
pretty-
the multiple barrels.
That's pretty impressive. I mean,
First time. And those ones
wait,
were...
he patented it. That's not when it was created, though.
No, he patented the first one.
Like, automatic guns existed
Yeah,
since
this
like
one-
the 1700s.
I mean, this one was single fire, and you would rotate it with a lever.
Oh.
And as you did it, it would clip, and it would shoot that one barrel, and it would spin. And then it would do that, and it would, like, load them as it spun. And it was like a single fire. They were all,
Yeah.
like, semi-auto.
Those did exist for like probably like near 50 years, but I guess that's when he patented like his own version of it. That probably worked better than the others.
Yeah. Then we're going to go another, it looks like 17 years into the future.
Okay. Still in the 18s, eh?
Yes, 1879.
Okay.
African-American inventor Thomas Elkins patents a refrigerating apparatus.
A refrigerating apparatus.
So a fridge.
Wouldn't an apparatus be something that a human like wears or something?
Oh, just something that refrigerates.
Just something that refrigerates?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Patents.
wonder how he made that.
The
Sorry,
refrigerating-
what year?
1879.
No fucking way.
Yeah. African-American inventor Thomas Elkins patents the refrigerating apparatus.
No shit. That's pretty impressive.
It's pretty sick, right?
Yeah.
Not bad. Then we're going to go about 50 years into the future. So now we're into the 1900s. All right.
All right.
1922.
Okay.
November 4th, 1922. Howard Carter discovers the intact tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, the child pharaoh.
Sorry, say that again.
Howard Carter discovers the intact tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun?
Tutankhamun. Yeah, you're saying like a white guy.
That's how you say it.
Tutankhamun.
Isn't that how it's saying?
Tutankhamun is how you actually say it.
Pull it up. I don't believe you. Just go on YouTube and type in pronunciation and then write the word. It'll come up. I know it. Am I dumb? That's how I learned that in school, bro. I know school is useless, but like I know that like grade like 3 education isn't super helpful, but
Tutankhamun.
oh,
Tutankhamun.
oh,
Tutankhamun.
oh,
That's shit.
oh.
Why does it sound like a shitty white guy saying it?
Oh, you want to go for another one just to prove it?
Tutankhamun.
Or am I just gonna be right?
Fuck it. Tutankhamun. All right. Found his tomb, the child pharaoh.
In 1922?
1922, they found the intact tomb.
When did he die? When did they bury him there?
Long fucking time ago.
Like pre, like
Oh yeah.
BC?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like before year 0?
He died. The date of birth would have been 1341. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
1341.
It says
BC or AC? Well, I guess it wouldn't be
AC.
BC. It has to be AC.
It says date of birth 1341, date of death 1323.
What?
So maybe it is BC.
No, that doesn't make. Let me see. Just hand it to me. Just hand me your phone.
Hold on.
God damn it.
Death date. 1323 is his death date.
And then what was the birth date?
Yeah, I don't fucking get this.
Is someone having problems here?
I'm having problems, apparently.
I feel like that's a lot more recent than I thought. Well, like apparently when they wrapped up the mummies like that,
It
they
is
really,
it is BC. That's why it's like that.
It's
so
BC.
he was born 1341 BC and died 1323 BC. He was about
Holy
18 to 19 years old.
Fuck. Wait, when he died?
Yeah, he was. That's why they call him the Child King. He was a kid. He was like
He was a
19 when he
But
died.
I know myself well enough that I could not have been a good ruler at fucking 18, 19
He was a
years old.
ruler before that.
I know. Probably when he was like 12.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's messed.
Mm-hmm.
How mature do you think you can possibly get by then?
So there you go. 1922, they found his intact tomb.
Yeah, man, they did a really good job. Like
They built that
aliens built that shit, right?
That's what they say.
That's what the tin hats say.
All the paintings and shit they had were of flying people.
Really? I gotta look more into this, but I just know that like
On Egyptians and Mayans, and there's similarities between the both of them.
so like they would wrap them in that cloth like material, and it somehow like preserved the bodies. Like you could like still get like DNA samples off them and shit.
Remove all the organs, filled them with salt and shit. Like they would do stuff to them.
Oh, okay.
They would do
It's
stuff.
amazing they figured that shit
There was
out
a whole
back then.
mummifying and tombing process to do this, and only like royalty and the really rich would get that done
Yeah.
to them. That's why there's
Impressive.
so many mummies. You go dig up a person that died 100 years ago now that was just laying in a box in the ground, and they're fucking like bones.
Yeah.
And now like they're pulling bodies out from like fucking 1000 BC
Yeah.
that look better than my grandparents.
That's so awful to say.
But you know what I mean? Like it's true.
Yeah, I get it. It's just
I don't
like,
mean it literally.
I know. It's just like a funny thing to say out loud. It's just I didn't think I would laugh at hearing that out loud.
All right, we're gonna go 100 years into the future now to almost modern day in 2008.
Almost
all right?
modern day.
November
2008, good year
November
before there was
4th,
some bullshit problems.
2008.
November 4th, 2008.
Barack Obama becomes the first African American president.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, good shit.
Not bad.
Big day in history.
I was in grade 8,
Yeah, man.
I guess. No,
Yeah.
I was in. I always graduated the year of, or I always finished my school year on that year. So I was in grade. I was in like grade.
I was 13.
Yeah, I was.
So
in,
you were like
I
grade
was
9.
going to grade 9.
I was graduating.
Okay.
So there we go.
Not a bad set of history there.
Not a bad day at all.
Not bad.
Not bad,
I
man.
like it. Good
That's
shit.
it. That's all my days in history.
Nice.
Got lots of patents. Tutankhamun.
What did you say it was?
Tutankhamun. I'm pretty sure that's how they fucking said it with accents and shit. Fuck it. Now I seem like a
I'm
dumbass.
dead. That's amazing. I hope Remy hears that and calls you out on that one.
Whatever. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
man, that's good.
All right.
Quality humor. All right.
You know what, Remy? Because you're going to hear this. Tu si probi no kakasot, okay? Love you.
I hope that wasn't that bad because it's still
No, it's
like,
not.
you
It's
know,
not
you
that
still
bad.
have to censor other languages.
It's not that bad.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not that bad. We've
Okay.
said much worse on here.
I believe it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all my days in history. That's all birthdays. And that wraps the news up.
Oh, we can probably wrap the episode of this. Is that Gucci?
It is Gucci.
Oh my God.
I got a Gucci wrap for my vape. I showed it on the camera the last episode.
Oh, okay.
The one we were all dying and suffering.
Yeah. So glad that's over.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Like just in the past, not even concerned anymore. Anyways,
Anyway, that is all. We will see you guys next. Actually, hold on. Closing remarks?
well, I was just gonna say like we'll be doing this episode before like a little bit early because obviously
You're doing your road trip.
excuse me.
But yes, next week we will be
Forza it will be out on Tuesday, so
Forza
we'll
will
be
be out.
recording before then for sure. Yeah, I guess whatever. That's
we
it.
love you all.
I don't have a lot of closing remarks. Just remember, be a good person, and that's it, man. Like as Matt would always say, tell your friends you love them.
That's it. Tell your friends you love them. Check up on your friends and family.
Don't forget about the Movember thing.
Don't forget about Movember. Link will be found in the link tree on the Dick Van Mike Instagram page.
Trying to raise some money,
At-
help the boys.
The Dick Van Mike Show on Instagram.
Yeah, and
There's a link tree in
Facebook.
the bio and Facebook. Twitter is just Dick Van Mike.
Twitter's just at Dick Van Mike. Hasn't been used in months. Just humor us and follow it if you'd like.
If you want.
And then
If we get enough traffic through there, maybe we'll start using Twitter too.
and then your social medias.
At MA D'Alessandro 20 on Instagram and at MA D'Alessandro on TikTok now, actually, where I've recently started posting a mess of covers.
Should put that in your link tree that you don't have.
It's in my link tree. I have a link tree.
Oh, you made a link tree.
I made a
Holy
fucking
fuck.
link tree.
You did it.
I only have 2 things on it right now.
Good for you.
I'm gonna take the time to put all the Apple, Spotify, and all those links in it, but for the podcast. But at this point,
Oh, I just have mine linking to the podcast, like to the Instagram page.
oh,
So
okay.
because then the link tree there,
That's
they have
easy
all
to
the
do
shit,
then.
right? Yeah, I only have like 5 links.
Yeah, because at
in
this
my,
point, I have my TikTok and I have my Twitch on there.
Yeah, so I have in my link tree. So my Instagram is at Richard Harknett, and in my link tree, all I have, and once it loads, so yeah, we don't have the best connection in our studio here, is do 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 do. It's almost there. Got Movember, the road trip Discord, my LinkedIn, the DvM Myke Show link tree. That's what I have.
Ah, okay.
So directly the link tree, and then I have my digital portfolio. So literally five things in there. But yeah, cool. Thanks for hanging out this week.
We'll see you guys next week for our Remembrance Day episode
Yes, it is Remembrance Day on Thursday
in
of
Canada
of next
and in
week.
the US, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think the poppy thing, which is about to make a point
Yeah.
to say, is more of a Canadian thing. I've learned it's not actually an
Because I think
international thing. A
US,
few countries do
US
it.
calls it Veterans Day, I think, don't they?
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to be
I don't know. I could be
knowledgeable here.
completely
I just
wrong.
know that for us, we're celebrating Remembrance Day. So about this time, you should, if you want to show your respects, start wearing your poppies. Myke and I just picked ours up. Well, I picked mine up today.
I always
Myke
have one.
has one in his car.
I have one on my work uniform. I have one in my car.
I
and
realized I think there might be one still in my car, but I just kind of forgot about it when we were talking about it
Yeah.
earlier. Actually, mine's just, or both of ours are just sitting on the table right there because I just literally just picked mine up 5 minutes before the episode. But yeah, wear your poppies. Remember the fallen.
That's it.
Fought for your freedoms and shit.
Yes,
It's very important stuff to remember and reflect on. Take a moment of silence for next week. Anyways, we'll be back with more of that
Hell
next
yeah.
week.
We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Yeah. And until then, peace.
Bye.